In the busy streets of Riverdale, 19-year-old Lily struggles in her wheelchair, ignored by everyone around her. Just when hope seems lost, a 25-year-old mechanic named Ryan notices her and decides to stop, changing her day and her life forever. Like, share, and subscribe, and tell us where you're watching from. Now, let's get started. Lily sat on the corner of Main Street as the morning sun slowly climbed over the rooftops, casting long shadows across the busy sidewalks of Riverdale. She had been out since early morning, hoping to feel a little normal by watching people, hearing conversations, and enjoying the world outside her small apartment. But today wasn't easy. Her wheelchair's right wheel had jammed, again refusing to roll properly. She tried adjusting it with the small wrench she carried, but her hands kept slipping. People walked past in a hurry, some glancing at her, others pretending not to notice she needed help at all. She pushed the chair with all her strength, trying to move at least a few inches, but the wheel locked every time. Her arms ached, her palms burned, and her frustration grew stronger with each passing second. A woman walked by, sipping iced coffee, her eyes meeting Lily's briefly before shifting away. A group of teenagers laughed loudly as they passed, not even slowing down. Lily felt invisible, as if she were trapped behind a wall no one wanted to look through. She whispered, "Excuse me," once, then again, but her voice disappeared into the noise of traffic and footsteps. She tried again to adjust the wheel, but it made a scraping sound that made her wince. She remembered the last person who had fixed it, an impatient technician who rushed through the job and charged her more than she could afford. Since then, the chair had gotten worse every day. She felt a sting of tears, but refused to let them fall in public. She hated looking weak, hated the feeling of being watched with pity. She took a deep breath, trying to calm her shaking hands, but the loneliness kept growing inside her chest. The morning crowd continued to grow, people stepping around her chair as if she were an obstacle on the sidewalk. A man in a suit almost tripped over her wheel and glared at her as if she were at fault. Lily swallowed hard, her heart sinking deeper. She wondered why kindness had become something so rare. She wondered why people saw the wheelchair before they saw the person sitting in it. She wished someone, anyone, would pause for a moment and acknowledge her struggle. The minutes kept passing, and the sun grew hotter, but still no one stopped to ask if she was okay. Her fingers trembled as she tried once more to force the wheel to turn. The metal pinched her skin, leaving a small red line. Lily winced and pulled her hand back. She leaned against the backrest, breathing heavily, exhausted both physically and emotionally. She looked up at the sky, searching for something. Maybe courage, maybe strength, maybe patience. She didn't know anymore. What hurt most wasn't the broken wheelchair. It was the world around her that acted like she didn't exist. She closed her eyes for a moment, wondering if she should just call her mom to come get her. Just as she reached for her phone, she heard the rumble of an engine slowing down. A black pickup truck, old but sturdy, pulled up beside the curb. It wasn't like the shiny cars most people in town drove. This one looked like it belonged to someone who worked with his hands. The engine shut off, and Lily heard a door creak open. She didn't look up immediately, thinking it was just someone parking. But then she heard footsteps approaching her. Wheelchair, steady, confident, unhurried. Something in her chest tightened, a mix of hope and disbelief. A shadow fell across her lap, and she finally lifted her eyes. Standing in front of her was a tall man, maybe mid-20s, wearing faded jeans and a t-shirt stained with grease. His hands were rough, his boots dusty, and his brown eyes warm and steady. He wasn't rushing, he wasn't looking away. He was looking directly at her with concern, not pity. He knelt beside her wheelchair without asking too many questions, simply observing the broken wheel. Lily stared at him, surprised that someone had actually stopped. "You look like you're fighting a losing battle with this thing," he said softly. His voice carried no judgment, just genuine care. Lily's throat tightened as she nodded slowly. "It jammed again," she whispered, trying not to sound embarrassed. The man looked closer at the wheel, gently touching the frame too. "Inspect it." "Yeah, this isn't just a jam," he muttered. "This whole bearing is worn out." Lily blinked, watching him work with more attention and patience than anyone had shown her in months. "I'm Ryan," he said, glancing up at her with a small smile. "I'm a mechanic. I fix things. Looks like you need a hand today." Lily felt her heart warm at his kindness, a feeling she hadn't experienced in a long time. She brushed a loose strand of hair behind her ear and tried to steady her voice. "I'm Lily," she replied. I didn't expect anyone to stop." Ryan's eyebrows lifted slightly as he looked at her. "Why not?" he asked. She shrugged weakly. "People usually walk past me. It happens all the time." Ryan frowned, shaking his head. "Well, they shouldn't." His tone carried sincerity, not anger, but it still hit her deeply. He wasn't just helping, he cared that she had been ignored. Ryan adjusted the wheelchair carefully, lifting the frame slightly to get a better angle. His hands were steady, experienced, moving with confidence. Lily watched him, amazed at how natural it felt to have someone finally see her, finally listen. For the first time that day, she didn't feel invisible. She didn't feel like a burden. She felt human again. Ryan looked up at her once more and gave a reassuring nod. "Don't worry, Lily," he said. "I got you." And in that simple moment, something shifted inside her, a small spark of hope, warm enough to make her believe the day might not be so lonely after all. Ryan slid closer to the wheelchair, examining the damaged wheel with the focus of someone who took pride in his work. Lily watched him quietly, noticing how carefully he handled every bolt and bearing. He didn't rush, didn't act annoyed, didn't treat her chair like an inconvenience. Instead, he treated it like something important, something worth his full attention. Lily felt a strange warmth in her chest as she saw him work, a warmth she hadn't felt in a long time. Ryan pushed the wheel gently, listening to the grinding sound. "Yeah, whoever fixed this last didn't do it right," he murmured. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a small multi-tool, the kind mechanics carried everywhere. The metal clicked softly as he unfolded it, and he leaned closer to the wheel. "Hold still for me," he said gently. Lily nodded, keeping her hands on her lap. Ryan loosened the outer bolts, then pressed his thumb against the bearing. "This thing's completely worn out," he said. "That's why it keeps locking up." Lily felt embarrassed, like she should have noticed earlier, but Ryan shook his head before she could speak. "Not your fault. These parts are supposed to last longer." Lily let out a slow breath, relieved by his reassurance. She watched as he adjusted the frame, his fingers moving with calm precision. His hands were strong, but gentle, and there was something comforting about the way he worked. The sidewalk continued buzzing with people, but for the first time since morning, Lily no longer cared who was watching or ignoring her. The world felt a little quieter with Ryan beside her. He tightened another bolt, then tested the wheel again. It spun smoother this time, though still uneven. "Better," he said, "but it needs more work." He stood up, dusting off his jeans, and walked to the back of his truck. Lily heard him rummaging through tools before he returned holding a small kit, a portable repair set he kept for emergencies. "Lucky for you, I never travel without this," he said with a grin. Lily laughed softly, surprising herself. "Do you always stop for strangers?" she asked. Ryan shrugged, kneeling again. "If someone needs help, I stop. Simple as that." His voice held no ego, just a quiet honesty that made Lily's heart flutter. She tried not to show how much his kindness affected her, but it wasn't easy. Ryan replaced the outer ring on the wheel, carefully aligning each piece. He tightened the bolts again, slower this time, making sure everything sat perfectly. Lily watched the muscles in his arms shift as he worked, his expression focused, like helping her. wasn't a chore. It was a responsibility he took seriously. "Try it now," he said, giving the chair a small push backward. Lily hesitated, then placed her hands on the wheels and pushed forward gently. The movement was smoother than it had been in weeks. "Oh, wow," she whispered. "It feels completely different." Ryan's eyes lit up. "Told you I'd fix it." A breeze drifted down the street as Lily tested the chair again, turning it slightly. The grinding sound was gone, and the wheel no longer felt like it was fighting her. Lily looked up at Ryan, her expression full of genuine gratitude. "Thank you," she said softly. "Really, no one else even looked at me today." Ryan sighed, shaking his head with a mix of disappointment and sympathy. "People get caught up in their own world," he said. "Doesn't mean you should be ignored." His words landed, deeper than she expected, warming a part of her heart she thought had gone numb. Ryan packed away his tools, but kept the multi-tool in his hand. "I'm not done yet," he said. "Your left wheel's a little loose too. Not as bad, but it won't last long." Lily blinked in surprise. "You noticed that too?" Ryan smiled. "I notice everything when it comes to machines." He crouched again and tightened the left wheel, adjusting the alignment so both sides matched. Lily couldn't help admiring his dedication. He wasn't just fixing her chair, he was giving her back a piece of her freedom, something she had slowly been losing without realizing it. After a few minutes, Ryan stood and stretched his back. "All right," he said, "give it another try." Lily pushed the wheels. Again, this time rolling effortlessly across the sidewalk. A soft laugh escaped her lips, the sound light and relieved. "It's perfect," she said. "I feel like I'm flying." Ryan grinned, watching her circle back toward him. "That's how it should feel," he said. "You shouldn't have to struggle just to move." Lily felt a lump in her throat at his words. She had gotten so used to difficulty that she almost forgot what easy felt like. She stopped the chair directly in front of Ryan, looking up at him with shining eyes. "Why did you stop?" she asked again, her voice barely above a whisper. Ryan leaned against his truck, crossing his arms casually, but keeping his gaze gentle. "Because I saw someone who needed help," he answered, "and because you deserve better than being left alone on the street." Lily's breath caught in her chest. His words were simple but powerful, spoken with sincerity that wrapped around her heart like a warm blanket. For the first time in a long while, she didn't feel invisible. She felt seen, truly seen. Ryan didn't rush her as she tested the wheelchair again, letting her move at her own pace. Lily felt a strange mix of excitement and disbelief as the chair glided smoothly across the concrete. For weeks, she had dreaded going outside because every movement felt like a battle, but now it felt effortless, freeing. Ryan watched her with a soft smile, proud of the transformation. When she rolled back toward him, the sunlight framed her face in a warm glow, and for a moment he simply admired how alive she looked. Lily breathed deeply, feeling lighter than she had in months. As they prepared to leave the crowded street, Ryan stepped beside her and gently placed a hand on the back of the chair. "Mind if I walk with you?" he asked. Lily's heart fluttered, surprised by how comforting his presence felt. "I'd like that," she said softly. They moved slowly along the sidewalk, away from the noise of traffic. Lily noticed that with Ryan beside her, people looked at her differently. Some even moved aside respectfully. It wasn't the wheelchair they noticed now. It was the confidence she felt in that moment, the strength she regained from being seen. Ryan told her about his small garage on the edge of Riverdale, where he spent most days fixing cars, bikes, and occasionally farm equipment. "Machines make sense to me," he said. "They're honest. If something's wrong, they tell you. People, not always." Lily listened intently, enjoying the sound of his voice and the gentle humor hidden in his words. She shared how she used to love exploring the city before her chair became unreliable. Ryan glanced at her with a thoughtful expression. "Maybe that change is starting today," he said. "You shouldn't have to stay home because of a broken wheel." They stopped at a quiet crosswalk, the sound of distant cars fading behind them. Lily looked up at him, noticing the streaks of grease still on his arms, the sun highlighting the curve of his jaw. He wasn't glamorous like the people who passed her earlier. He wasn't polished or pretentious, but he was real, steady, warm, and kind in a way that felt rare. "You make it sound easy," she whispered. Ryan shook his head. "It's not easy," he said, "but everything gets easier when someone's willing to stand beside you." The sincerity in his words made her chest tighten with unspoken emotion. As they continued down the street, Lily found herself laughing at one of Ryan's stories about a stubborn old truck that refused to start unless he kicked the tire twice and tapped the hood 3 times. He exaggerated his movements, acting out the routine, and Lily couldn't stop smiling. It had been so long since she laughed freely that the feeling almost startled her. Ryan noticed and quietly smiled to himself, grateful that he could bring her a little joy. They reached the neighborhood where she lived, the air quieter, the houses smaller but familiar. Lily slowed her chair as they approached her walkway. The smoothness of the wheels made the path feel completely different. Ryan examined the small ramp leading to her door, checking its angle and stability with a mechanic's instinct. "This is a good ramp," he said. "But if it ever gives—" "You trouble, call me?" Lily raised her eyebrows slightly. "Call you? Do I even have your number?" Ryan grinned, pulling a small card from his pocket, faded, slightly bent, but printed with his name and garage address. He placed it gently in her hand. "Now you do," he said, "and I mean it." She held the card for a moment, feeling the weight of the gesture. It wasn't just a mechanic offering help, it was someone choosing to stay in her life, even after the problem was fixed. Her chest tightened. With gratitude she didn't know how to express. She looked up at him, her voice soft but steady. "Ryan, thank you. Not just for the chair, for everything today." Ryan leaned against his truck, crossing his arms as his expression softened. "You don't need to thank me," he said. "Anyone else should have done the same. I'm just glad I got here first." Lily rolled back slightly, taking one last look at the street behind them. The same sidewalk where she had felt invisible just hours earlier now felt different, less lonely, less heavy. And the reason wasn't the repaired wheelchair. It was the person standing in front of her who had stopped when no one else did. She looked at him with a quiet smile. "You saw me," she whispered, "even when everyone else walked past." Ryan's face softened with genuine affection. "Of course I saw you," he said. "You deserve to be seen." His voice carried a warmth that reached directly into her heart. Before he stepped back into his truck, Ryan paused and gave her one more reassuring smile. "If the chair ever acts up again, or if you just want someone to walk with, I'm around." Lily nodded, the hope inside her growing brighter than it had in years. As he drove off, she watched the truck disappear down the street, her heart warm and full. She turned toward her door, rolling forward effortlessly. For the first time in a very long while, she didn't feel broken or forgotten. She felt valued, she felt understood, and she felt seen, finally beautifully seen.